Okay, fourth grade, you got your shape. Now it's time for the tracing. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take a piece of paper. There we go. You're gonna put it right in the middle and you're gonna trace it. Now you're gonna be tracing somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 times, but they're not all gonna be full shapes. You'll see what I mean in a second. Now, there's the first one. You take the shape, you can either put it in front or back, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna put it right next to it. Not like this, not like this. Squeeze this part in here, make sure they are touching, and trace again. There should be no space in between them. They should be completely touching. So you're going to take it again, move it to the other side, trace again. So again, there should be no spaces in between. Now when you get to this part, it's going to go off the edge of the paper. So yes, you're still going to trace it, but you're not going to trace the whole thing. You're only going to trace part of it. Same thing on this side. So now I have a row. If I turn my paper so it goes up and down, it might look something like this. But you're still going to be tracing it a similar number of times. When that row's done, I'm going to take my shape, put it right on top. I want you to notice how it sticks off the edge of my paper. That is perfectly fine. It's going to do that. And you're going to trace again. You're going to keep doing this until you fill up the paper. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here are my two examples. Number one, going side by side, and number two, going up and down. Now, once that is done, you're going to take your shape and you're going to trace it one time on the back of your paper. Just once. Now, here's the tricky part. You have to look at this and decide, what does it look like? Turn your paper different directions. You're going to see something. Not sure what, but you're going to see something. When I turned it like this, I saw, you're going to recognize this character, Pikachu. Let me show you some examples from other times. This one, alien ship. This one, an owl. This one, some sort of dinosaur type creature. And this one I made into a fish. You cannot draw outside the shape either. So I'm going to show you some bad examples. Bad example number one, not enough detail, could be anything. Bad example number two, way too much detail. You're going to draw this somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 times. This one, I went outside of the shape. You cannot do that. So this is what I settled on. This is where my final idea came from. Okay? Now, once you have your final idea, you're going to begin to draw it onto your grid. So I'm going to look at my Pikachu. I'm going to pick one shape and I'm going to start to draw. And I cannot forget the eyes. Now, I'm not going to color them in yet because I can color them in later. There's my first Pikachu. Okay? Then I'm going to go to a next shape. Now, this one, I don't see all of it, so I'm not going to be able to draw everything. Actually, I think this one I will be able to draw everything. And you're going to keep doing that and keep drawing into each section. Now, when you get to sections like this up here, you're only going to draw, in this case, the bottom half. And maybe I'll draw the bottom part of the eyes. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep drawing until you fill up all of the spaces.